This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corless of WDWNT.com. Here now are the top Disney park stories from around the world for January 28th, 2022. But before we get to those, actually, two things I got to talk about. Number one, the reason why this backdrop is full of all sorts of crazy things. You're probably wondering, what are those things? Well, it's because we just celebrated 200 episodes of WDW News Tonight on Thursday night. So please check out the show. It's right here on the channel. Second thing I want to mention is we've got a brand new shirt from carouselproducts.com. It's if you think this is good, you should have seen Horizons. So if you're like me and you were alive for some of the 80s and most of the 90s, you remember Horizons, you should grab this shirt. Like all our shirts, it's only 20 bucks. We also have a bunch of shirts on sale right now. We got some shirts as low as just $10 at carouselproducts.com. All that money you spend goes to support WDWNT and everything we do. So here you go. I'm going to throw the shirt away so we can do the news. Let's do the news. In the latest of many aesthetic changes around Walt Disney World, the iconic purple roadway signs are getting a new look. The new color scheme debuted as signs were replaced to include directions to the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser. The new style matches the blues and golds of the Transportation and Ticket Center, which was repainted from the previous colorful palette last summer. Additionally, the all-capital stylization of Epcot is now on the sign. Obviously, we knew they had to change all the signs around property anyway because of that, but the purple and red signs of the past were installed in the 1990s, designed by Sussman and Preha for Walt Disney World and Euro Disney. The designs were intended to create, quote, a vehicular signing system that would be unique in spirit, clean, easy to follow, and capable of being expanded as the area continues to grow. More than 1,000 signs were installed using the designs, and the style later expanded to the Transportation and Ticket Center, the entrance archways, and of course, even on Disney buses. The entrance archways were also repainted in 2021 to match that blue and gold color scheme. The purple signs were so emblematic of Walt Disney World that merchandise has even been sold with this design. I feel very passionate about those 1990s colors. I mean, obviously for Euro Disney, it's an even bigger deal because their original logos and everything were all in those bright colors, the yellow, the purple, the red, all of that. And I feel like at least, I just talked about the Horizon shirts growing up with late 80s and throughout the 90s with Disney World. That is the Disney World of our childhood, if you grew up in that period, is those purple signs. They are such an iconic part of property. And I'd be honest, like the blue and gold's kind of, it's just not that exciting. I don't know. It just kind of, it's less interesting design. I think the purple, they did all these studies. Not only was it about an aesthetic of picking those colors, it was about visibility. And they did a lot of studies to find out that the purple, red, and yellow and white really caught people's eyes. It was easy to see and read and process what you were reading. And so it was very deliberate. I don't know what sort of studies have been done on blue, gold, and white. I assume those are just, it's just readable for sure. But is it going to be as easy to read as the old colors were? I don't know. But I'm obviously very sad to see the old signs go. I think they're really just a truly iconic part of Walt Disney World. And so it's a little less special now, right? It's a little less of a color scheme you won't see in other places. So anyway, the new Disney Adventure Friends Cavalcade, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, is set to debut at the Magic Kingdom on February 11th. The cavalcade will feature the most characters of any cavalcade yet, with over 30 Disney and Pixar friends, including Moana, Miguel from Coco, Clarabelle Cow, Baloo and King Louie, Mulan, Elena, José, Carioca, and Panchito, Stitch, and many more. A new version of Vamos from Move It, Shake It, Celebrate It will also debut as part of the cavalcade. Disney released a photo of the cavalcade along with the announcement. The photo gives us our first look at Miguel's cavalcade debut. This is the debut for Miguel at Walt Disney World. Toy Story characters in the parade will also debut the new costumes, which have debuted all over the world. In fact, we saw José on a Disney cruise a couple weeks ago. Debuted formally in Hong Kong, those new costumes last February. The Festival of Fantasy Parade will return to the Magic Kingdom on March 9th, 2022, almost 2 years after it paused performances due to COVID-19. March 9th will also mark the parade's 8-year anniversary. Disney also announced that the Maleficent Dragon Float will be returning. This is a big change, as in all marketing up to this point, they had avoided mentioning the Maleficent Float. They even removed any images with the Maleficent Dragon Float for the parade on their website. And so very suddenly now, after rumors came out that the Maleficent Dragon Float was going to be cut from the parade and only appear at those after-hours event, there was enough of a backlash to where suddenly it's reappeared and was the center of all the marketing on Thursday. Coincidence? You decide. The new Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair Cinderella Castle stage show will debut at the Magic Kingdom on February 25th. The show is an updated version of Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair and will feature new segments, 50th anniversary elements, and an original song, Where the Magic Feels Like Home. The Frontierland Hoedown Happening will be returning to the Magic Kingdom on February 11th. This is my personal favorite entertainment offering. Hoedown features Disney characters and cast members dancing in the streets at surprise intervals. The experience will be modified for physical distancing, but exact details have not yet been announced. More canopy pieces have been added to Tron Light Cycle Run at the Magic Kingdom. We spotted the new pieces from the ground in Tomorrowland before hopping on the People Mover for a better look. The installation of the canopy roof began a few days ago with small pieces across the top of the framework. The new pieces are much larger and at the edge of the canopy where they fit into the curves. The canopy pieces are opaque white. Cherry picker vehicles were parked nearby, but no crew members were around. The smaller pieces along the top of the framework are still wrapped in plastic. Pieces of gray sheeting have been attached to some of the vertebrae pieces at the edge of the framework, and paneling is now between most of the vertebrae pieces. We did see some crew members working at the edge of the framework close to the Tomorrowland Speedway, though. New Epcot-inspired apparel is available at, as you might have guessed it, Epcot, and they're in the Creation Shop. This black tee features all of the colorful Epcot icons, making a Mickey head, and Epcot is in blue letters underneath. Mickey and Figment icons are mixed in with the Epcot ones, and the tee costs $29.99. The asymmetrical white tank top has the geometric patterns of Spaceship Earth at the collar, sleeves, and bottom. The Epcot logo is on the upper right sleeve and costs $34.99. This youth tee features a stylized version of Figment smiling. Beneath Figment is Epcot and a list of the park's 4 neighborhoods. Costs $29.99. And the final shirt fits with the rainbow theme of the ongoing Epcot International Festival of the Arts, but it's really just about the what's been on the construction walls and stuff as of late. Epcot's always kind of had rainbows as a motif. It's white with a wavy rainbow crossing the front of it, and the rainbow is embroidered on, making it pretty different from the other shirts. The 2022 Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival will kick off March 2nd and run through July 4th. Disney has announced some of the new and returning topiaries, as well as a new fragrant garden presented by Scentsy. The full list of topiaries and global gardens is available over on our website. We have our first look at a new Orange Bird Spirit jersey that will be available at this year's Flower and Garden Festival. It looks like the Spirit jersey will be one yellow-orange color with orange bird and flowers patterned all over. The back says the original Florida orange bird in green and orange letters. Disney has announced the 5 merchandise collections that will be available at the festival. The list includes Mickey Mouse Home Garden, Orange Bird, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, Figment's Garden, and of course, Spike the Bee. Sing the song at home if you know it. The Spike's Pollination Exploration Scavenger Hunt will once again be available at the Flower and Garden Festival. You can follow Spike the Bee on his pollination trail, where he will be busy collecting nectar and pollinating the gardens at Epcot. To get started, purchase your map and stickers at select locations for $9.99 plus tax. Once you have completed your scavenger hunt, return your completed map to Disney Traders or World Traveler for a special surprise. The Xandarian Nova Corps starship is almost complete in the courtyard outside of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. As we passed the ship on the monorail, we saw that 7 of the wings had been installed. The final wing sat on a truck bed ready for placement. Crew members were attaching the next wing to the crane, and on the ground we saw the crane lowering the final wing into place. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind will open this summer at Epcot. Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser test cruises have begun, and we're getting our first glimpse at the new cast member costumes. We saw some cast members sporting new name tags at the Galactic Starcruiser docking bay in Galaxy's Edge as well. The name tags are ovular with the name etched in the center, and unlike other Disney World name tags, location or Disney logos are not on the tag. The manager had a blue tag with a silver outline and some darker silver elements on the side. There were also cast members with completely silver name tags. For those who were training, they had a little black ribbon attached to their name tag that said Crew in Training. If these costumes look familiar, I want to point out the cast member costumes for Galactic Starcruiser are the Star Wars Launch Bay costumes, and their jackets are the Disneyland Tomorrowland jackets for when it's cold. So they're all recycled costumes. They're on a roll with this one, really on a roll. We now have a bit more information about that Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser bus stop that was added to Disney Springs earlier this week. It seems guests who arrive a bit early for their reservations at the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser will be sent to Disney Springs until their boarding time is reached. Guests who arrive before their 1 p.m. embarkation time for the Galactic Starcruiser will be sent to Disney Springs, a Walt Disney World representative confirmed to us. Guests' luggage will be held by Disney so they can enjoy dining, shopping, and entertainment venues around the Springs until it's time to board the Halcyon. Disney encourages guests to arrive for their cruise aboard the Halcyon between 1 and 4 p.m. Guests aboard the Starcruiser will use the data pad, which is part of the Play Disney Parks app, for many things, including managing their itinerary. Guests scheduled to depart on select March dates can now view their itinerary, a map of the ship, and more. The new Events tab on the left features the Starcruiser information. As we have not yet boarded the Halcyon, not all features are available. Unscheduled activities show up in blue and may be automatically scheduled 30 days prior to your arrival. Check-in is again from 1 to 4 p.m., during which time a lunch buffet is served. Overlapping with the buffet is time to explore the Starcruiser, a data pad orientation, and the Galactic Social. Much like actual cruises, a ship muster takes place that afternoon, followed by a captain's reception, and dinner is served that evening in the Crown of Corellia dining room, featuring a performance from Gaia. An evening of games is on the schedule for the first day, from sabacc lessons, and younglings can learn to play a bounty hunter instead, to a Starcruiser exclusive game called Sector Set. A special Chandrilla Starline Star Show will take place as the Halcyon nears Bespin. The next morning, guests can choose from a breakfast buffet or a grab-and-go breakfast before transport for a planetary excursion to Batuu. Droid racing, a sabacc tournament, model shipbuilding, a porg detection drill, and know your co-pilot are also options for afternoon activities. And dinner service at the Crown of Corellia dining room features a taste around the galaxy, followed by a Halcyon Starcruiser celebration and sweets and treats in the late evening. On day 3, guests will be offered a choice of a breakfast buffet or grab-and-go, followed by disembarkation. According to the Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser datapad schedule, guests on the Halcyon voyage will be able to view fireworks. CSL Star Show at Bespin is listed at 9:45 p.m. on day 1 of the voyage schedule. We just talked about this briefly, but the description is, quote, "Nowhere are fireworks more dazzling than off-planet. Immediately following dinner on the first night, a pyrotechnic display will showcase the music of our featured performer on this cruise, the legendary singing sensation Gaia. Fireworks viewing is in the atrium on Deck 6. Presumably the fireworks will be set on a full window screen in the atrium." The Quinjet has officially landed in Marvel's Avengers campus at Walt Disney Studios Park in Disneyland Paris. You can read the announcement by Scott Drake, the creative executive of the Marvel Global Portfolio, and watch a video of the Quinjet's installation at WDWNT.com. For the absolute latest Disney Parks news, head on over to WDWNT.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, the Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next trip. The best part, their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. Of course, if you're looking for Disneyland resort news, make sure to check out Disneyland News Today right here on the channel. It's a Disneyland version, basically, of this show. And it's available, again, every Thursday. Make sure you tune in for that. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. You can also support the entire team behind the show by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corless saying, enjoy the rest of your today. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
WDWNT presents Timekeeping, a year-by-year journey through the history of the vacation kingdom of the world. Join us for the premiere Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, or watch on demand anytime on the WDW News Today YouTube channel.